Yo, what's going on, everybody? Heck here with the TSR Show. Thank you guys for joining us for another week, another episode of the TSR Show. Got my boy Smurf and Greg the Leg in the building. How y'all doing today?
Doing good.
Y'all doing straight?
I find that weird. I find that weird that like you reintroduce like how y'all doing today, even though we've just been talking for like
I
an
don't
hour.
know. It's just it's for
You know
the
what I'm
viewers.
saying? Like-
It's for the viewers.
They don't know that we talk. What?
Like
It's
as if,
because
like, we
ever
just,
since, and you know how many times I've been wanting to say like baby right after that, and I stop. That's probably why it sounds weird. I don't know.
What
like,
the fuck?
like what you doing, baby? Like, hey. I don't know why. I just say it like that. Y'all got it off the top. Let's start it off.
yeah. So my off the top deals with Kyle Rittenhouse. So Twitter blew up when he was crying, right? And a lot of people got sensitive and a lot of people got hurt at it. Like very like, oh my God, this scumbag, he's faking it, right? Yeah, no shit, he's faking it. Don't get, like, it's his job to fake it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it's
he's on the defensive
yeah,
side.
it's like it's his job to fake it. Like
It's
come
like
on now.
they're not really in cover two.
So I equate it to this. It's like the NBA, a flop. We know it's an act, but sometimes you might just get the call.
Yeah.
Just like
Fair.
this. If you are fighting for your life, you're going to do whatever it takes for you not to spend time behind bars. You know what I'm saying? It's your job to sell it. You got to sell it. And people were getting so hurt as if they don't understand, like, bruh, like, he's supposed to do that.
Yeah.
You know, the kid's a fucking dumbass. Don't get me wrong. I don't agree with, I don't side with anything that he did, but like, anybody would fake it till they make it once they're in a position like that to get out of jail.
Yeah.
Or not do jail time. That's short and simple. Like, it is, y'all so sensitive. I don't get it.
That's fair. Sensitive ass people. Fucking annoying.
Well,
I think
Like, honestly.
yeah, and it's like falling for the troll. It's like, don't fall for the troll on that one. You know what I'm saying?
it's like when Drew gets into it with John.
John, hey. Anyways.
Okay.
Hey, you got it off the top?
Yeah, I got a quick one. So I'm going to put this in terms of like arguing on the internet, but it extends to a lot of things, right? So if you are on the internet and you're going to put out a hot take, right? Now, I'm not saying every single thing that you say you have to provide defense for. However, if you're going to say some truly outlandish shit, give some reasons for why you say that. If you're one of these people that's out there disagreeing with people to disagree, like, that's cool. I guess you can do whatever you want, but like, you're accomplishing nothing. Whereas like, if you genuinely disagree with a topic and you have reasons to disagree, you might not even have great reasons or even good reasons, but just have a reason to actually disagree. Otherwise, like, stay out of it. Like, this instigating shit that I see a lot of, like, it's so annoying because you can't have conversations with anybody.
Yeah.
Like, pisses me off.
And you said either believe it or prove it. Right?
Yeah.
So even if it's something that's outlandish, but they truly believe it, you can respect that.
I can kind of respect it, yeah.
It's
to
like
be honest.
you're you know.
Yeah, you're allowed to be a dumbass. Like, I can't stop you from being a dumbass.
Right.
My problem is that, like, don't force me to come down to your level of being a dumbass. Like,
Right.
that's the biggest issue that I have. If I'm going to, like, take what you've said seriously, like, you can't just be like, I just disagree. Oh, you're just a...
Just to go against the grain.
Yeah, just if you just go against the grain for just going against the grain, like, bro, like, you got to find something else to do with your fucking life.
And
like,
that goes,
come on.
And that goes with anything. Like I'll think of something, and you'll see someone think of something, and it's like, are you just disagreeing with me just to disagree with me, or do you actually believe that?
Yeah, and I have a big issue with the people that are just disagreeing, because like I want to have good faith in an argument, and if you're just disagreeing to be an asshole, like now I can't have good faith in this conversation. So now it's just a straight argument.
I'm gonna go back to the seeds here. You got off the top?
No, I don't. I had one last week, and I always forget to like just write it down. And I thought it was good, but can't remember it now. So let's get into some NFL.
Ooh, exciting.
Let's start it off with the Thursday night game, the debacle of what the Thursday night game was, and the Ravens against the Dolphins.
So, I'll bring this up.
I'll be 100% honest. I didn't watch that game because I saw it on the schedule and was like, why?
I saw it.
Why am I going to fucking watch that?
I saw it. So, the coverage, so it was a snooze fest up until the third quarter, mid-third quarter and on. And the coverage that the Dolphins played was basically, they almost played sticks the whole time. They played off of everything. And Lamar Jackson, he just could not counter. And it goes back to like, when is this guy gonna consistently do it? So I bring this up in terms of, look, season's over for the Dolphins. But every time you see a team, unless you're the Titans, that's the only relevant team, but they lost Derrick Henry, that's consistently winning. Every time you think a team is going to just take over, they lose. So I guess we're going to start it off with this. With Lamar Jackson losing now, who is ahead in the MVP race right now? And comments about the game.
So my comment on the game first is that, like, Miami has a good defense. They just have not played like a good defense all season, right? They kept pretty much all of their pieces from last year, minus like Kyle Van Noy. But like, they should be a good defense. Mm-hmm. And so randomly when you see them go out and be a good defense, like, we shouldn't, like, we're surprised because we haven't seen it the rest of the year, but like, we shouldn't be that surprised because that defense is that legit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now on the MVP thing. So the way you phrase that, I don't know if you meant to do that, but were you suggesting that Lamar Jackson was leading the MVP race?
Lamar Jackson, in some ways, was one of the top 3 candidates according to the MVP poll.
Right.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
It was him, Kyler Murray, and
Tom Brady.
And well, go ahead.
So like the so for me, for MVP, to me right now, it's very wide open. To me, I think the leader was Kyler, in my opinion, but he just hasn't played the last 2 weeks. And and the league is very much a, what have you done for me lately? So the fact that he's missed 2 weeks, like, we've just completely forgotten about how amazing Kyler Murray has been playing the entire season. So to me, he's still the lead for me, but like, I'm looking at other candidates. So I'm looking,
healthy.
Well, that's going to be the thing. When he comes back, if he lights it up, then yeah, I'm okay with him being MVP, but I agree with the health thing. For me right now, like, I have Kyler, I have Aaron, I have Tom, and I have Matt Stafford. I know we'll talk about the Monday night game later, but like, I still have him up there in the MVP.
Stafford?
Yeah.
Okay.
Done.
Yeah, Mr. You love to be
there's
quiet.
this long pause,
quiet.
dog.
Okay, so first off on the game, Lamar and the Ravens, you know, the season low in points, season low in rushing yards for them. They just got handled. Lamar, obviously, the Dolphins obviously turned him into a pocket passer, and he was flustered. He was confused. Missed some throws. I believe he was like 23 of 46, something like that. And he just couldn't. The offense could not just get rolling off of that, which is it's also crazy to me on that same game that we felt that the Ravens defense was starting to heat up, and to allow the Dolphins even just 22 points alone. I mean, even if you lose the game 13-10, it's like, okay, it was a defensive battle, but that was just what happened. That's what's going to happen to the Ravens if Lamar can't get it going, especially in the playoffs, if they make it into there. Every defense can hold up to a point.
So
even no matter how stout it is.
do you think the Ravens have a good defense?
Well, the 2 weeks prior to that game, they were playing well. Like it seemed like, okay, the whole team is starting to kind of put a complete game together.
They low-key have a trash defense.
Well-
28th defensive rating in the league.
Right.
Yeah, and
they're a good front running defense is the big thing. So if they get an early lead, that defense is really dominant. But if you're playing an even game, it's fairly questionable.
Right.
And I don't know, the Ravens are kind of frauds. They've got like 3-4 comeback wins. Not credit to Lamar Jackson and company, but we can't always be winning from behind.
Yeah.
Well, and you can't also you can't just beat the Lions with the longest field goal in history and not have some questions about you as a team.
Speaking of the Lions.
Yeah. Right. Well, and then real quick on the MVP race. I mean, if you look at the top MVPs and you look at the season to this point, almost everybody that we had in the top had either a bad game.
They all have blemishes.
Yeah, they're all of them have blemishes. Now at this point, it just comes down to
Except for Aaron Rodgers.
He's got the one, but it's when it happened.
That's my
the fact that it happened week 1, and then since then the team has
that's what
looked
I'm saying.
amazing.
That's my MVP.
Yeah, I mean, I would put him up there.
No.
But it's the thing is,
I mean,
is
he's my
also,
MVP too, dog.
No, yeah. I'd put him. Tom Brady the past 2 weeks, it seems like he's losing a little bit of juice. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe he needs his weapon, but everybody's like, well, he doesn't have his weapons. His whole career, he hasn't had weapons.
Who's your MVP?
I'd put 1A, 1B, Aaron, and Dak. Because Kyler, look, this is what I'll tell you about Kyler. He was playing very well. He was at the top. I'll admit that. But also, I remember last year when his shoulder got hurt and he missed, I believe, a week, maybe 2 weeks.
Listen, you don't have to say anything about Kyler. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Explain Dak.
Dak, he had the one bad game. Even in the loss against Bucks, it's not like he played bad. Like, he still had a bad game against the Broncos. But also, Aaron Rodgers, if we're looking at the season as a whole, now, if you're going to say the past 3 weeks, then you're going to put Aaron Rodgers up there.
You're going to get clowned on the comments.
But let him. You think I care? Who else? Tom Brady has not looked himself. What we're looking at when we're talking about an MVP.
Greg, who's your MVP?
I'm saying it'd be Aaron Rodgers right now.
So my MVP is Aaron Rodgers. For the question, I thought Kyler Murray was leading.
In the beginning of the season, he was.
Well, and here's the other thing, right? Is that, like, let's be honest about this. Aaron can play lights out the rest of the season, and he's not going to win the MVP. Not with that fucking COVID shit. Like, the media is the people who vote on that. They're going to be butthurt about it. They're not going to vote for him. I've seen like 2 different clips from different talking head shows, and they've both mentioned it.
Okay.
Like,
will he make it number 1 on NFL Players Top 100?
I mean, for the COVID shit, he might. Honestly.
Like, hey, I fuck with that, Rob.
Dog, Kurt's out there like, that's my guy.
Yeah, because like Tom, you're looking at a playing standpoint. Yes, Dak had a bad game against the Broncos. Aaron Rodgers also had a bad game, and also too. Look, the Saints went out. You know, they lose a Jameis Winston, but also this past weekend, the Saints didn't look like a shell of themselves on the defensive side. But then you also look at Josh Allen. He was one of those guys in the MVP race, and he had a bad game against the Jaguars. You look at a Kyler Murray. We're talking about his health. We're talking about a Tom Brady who had chances to win and in one game, which was last week against the Saints, and throws a pick to end it. And then in this past game, you lose to a no mascot team. and a Tyler Heineke outplayed you. You see what I'm saying? So that was already 2 blemishes on that
okay.
within itself.
Hold on.
Are we not giving any love to Ryan Tannehill?
No. No, we're not. No, we're not.
No, because if the Titans do well and Henry comes back, he becomes the MVP. Because even though Henry's not the one putting in the work currently because of his injury, like, he's going to get the credit for it. Because for all extents and purposes, he's the quarterback of that team.
Here's why Dak Prescott is not the MVP. I'm not going against the grain. I truly believe that over Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
You ready?
Okay. First off, the Cowboys won a game with their backup, and the Packers didn't.
Yep.
How are you going to get mad at scouting for that? Sorry, we have a viable backup.
Okay.
The Eagles won real quick a Super Bowl with their backup.
Okay.
And everybody was still saying Carson Wentz was the reason why they made it to the Super Bowl.
He says this with a smirk on his face. Like he said that shit like, hey, how you gonna get mad at that because he got good scouting? Okay.
For real.
Okay, first of all.
And he's been with the team for like 6 years.
But what I'm saying is Dak Prescott should not win MVP because it's recency bias. He's the one who's lost most recently. Take out the COVID shit. Aaron Rodgers would have won that game, and he's been on a roll. Now, I get it. He didn't throw a touchdown in this last game, but the team won. That's my main reason right there.
Who didn't throw a touchdown this past game?
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, and okay. Go ahead, Greg.
Oh, so I'll back you up on this. My thing with why I would put Aaron Rodgers above Dak is that, like you said, we've seen that the Cowboys can win games without Dak, right? And the Packers clearly can't. And furthermore, like, the Packers offense looks tremendously worse without Aaron Rodgers as opposed to like when Dak's out of the lineup. The other thing too is that, like I said earlier, like, Dak picked a really bad game to, like, have a bad game essentially when he came back.
Just because it's the most recent one.
That's kind of my problem is you look at it and you go, okay, Aaron had a bad week 1, but the team as a whole had a bad week 1. So then, but as you go through the season, Packers have been doing better. And the biggest thing to me is that of all the games, right, and of all the wins, the most impressive one to me is still when we went in and we beat Arizona on that Thursday night. Because we went in without 3 of our weapons, and we still got the job done. And like I know there's an argument.
A marquee win. He has a marquee win.
It was a very marquee win.
What marquee win does the Cowboys have? Not saying they don't, but which one is it?
At the time when they beat the Chargers. The problem is that, like, as the season is progressing, that win isn't looking quite as good. You know what I mean? Because at the time, like, that was a amazing, solid win for the Cowboys. But as the season's progressed, like, the recency bias is saying, well, that's not an impressive win.
Just quick on that. So do we uncrown Herbert then?
No, he's still that guy.
Yeah, he's still that guy.
Still that guy.
And he so real quick on that. Okay. You're saying he's better than Dak. Herbert?
I would take Herbert over Dak Prescott, yes.
Okay, so real quick on the Patriots game. They both went up against the Patriots. Who had the better game against those same Patriots?
Yo, you guys beat the Patriots.
Yeah, they did.
Now looking at that one.
So your marquee win. So the marquee win is against the Patriots?
Yeah, because like on my argument, like the Patriots have been looking a lot better.
Every time we go to this fucking Charger game, Herbert outplayed Dak.
He did. And I agreed with you on that. Okay? If we're talking the real MVP, is Kellen Moore, baby. How you doing, Kellen?
Yes. That's the real I said MVP. That. I said it.
That's the real MVP
I've been saying it. I've been saying it.
But real quick on that.
You can't be serious.
That's the real MVP. If we really think about it, That's the real MVP.
He's a
Kellen
system
Moore.
guy. He's a system guy.
Oh.
He just said Dak is a system
I'm
guy.
not saying that.
just
Without Dak, it doesn't run as smooth.
I'm gonna get you a jersey
It
number
doesn't
4
run as smooth.
that says system guy on the back.
It's like you got a mechanic and then you got like your mechanic, right? You take it to another mechanic, he'll still get the car running, but this mechanic just makes it smooth. It's like this is how it should feel. All right, I could still get to point A to point B on this one, but it just feels a little different. It feels more smooth. Than
But
this
they're fundamentally interchangeable, is what you're saying.
it depends.
No, that's literally what you said.
There's quarterbacks that are aided by their offensive coordinator.
At this
100%.
point, though, you guys are just trolling. We're talking about.
It's good.
It's crazy to me.
Well,
that,
I don't know.
It's crazy to me because like I'm not disagreeing with you guys, and you guys want to.
I was just gonna say that.
I
was just gonna say that.
Like I'm not disagreeing at all.
Yeah, but we try to ruffle your feathers.
I know, and it's like that's why I'm like you letting you guys talk. That's fine, but I never disagreed.
No, you did because you said 1A, 1B.
I was disagreeing on the Herbert shit.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Only because we see the Patriots now and they seem like a good team, and this kind of leads into, I'm glad we brought it up, into the next topic, which will be real quick. So right now, real quick to end it off, we have Aaron Rodgers as the MVP. We don't think he's gonna get it.
I do.
Close second, he has Stafford. And then
I don't know about that.
No. Stafford, hold on. No. Stafford is not number 2.
okay, but he's not top 5 either.
He's closer than you think.
Why?
But
Yeah, he's had 2 really bad games and he's been there.
okay,
Should he beat the Niners if he's the MVP?
here's the problem with the MVP race, right? Is right now it's wide open.
It is.
And nobody's taking control of it, right? So the door is open to a lot of these guys, right?
But Stafford is not even. He's snoozing. He's not
He's
even,
in.
Yeah, but
no,
Squid
he's
Game,
in.
like, people
no.
are
He's in
closer
the
than-
same. He and Tom Brady are equivalent for MVP in my opinion. They've both had 2 bad games, and aside from that, they've been just fine. This last week, like we'll talk about it later, but like this last week was more an issue of bringing in a new wide receiver and losing your number 2 wide receiver.
Real quick, how you feel about Odell going to the Rams instead of the Packers? Did you want Odell?
I did. He's good. Like, and based on the
past his
contract,
prime, though.
and based on the contract that the Rams gave him, I would have been very happy with us getting him. But like, he could have caught 2 for 18 for us, but 1. So I mean,
And
that's up to Odell.
And
you know what I'm
what
saying?
deal did he sign? Because I get a little bit like confused, like when they say Rams signed Odell for a 1-year deal.
Yep.
So like, does that mean they release him like week 10 next year?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
like the rest of the year.
Okay, I see
they
what you
don't
mean.
say
Yeah.
rest
I
of
see
the
what you-
year.
I see
They
what you
say
mean.
1-year deal. It's like,
Sign him to a 1-year
all right,
deal.
he's a free agent like week 10 next year.
They'd be like, they signed him to a 6-week deal.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah, as they get
that's
into the
how I would
playoffs,
run my media shit. Like,
get into the fucking playoffs, you got to renegotiate that
TSR
contract.
Media Sports and just be like, no, it's an 8-week deal.
Uh-huh.
If or maybe if they make the Super Bowl, it might be a 10-week. Might
Maybe.
be a 10-week.
They probably won't though.
No, Odell. Look, I obviously he didn't play like a whole lot. You know, he came in late. There obviously needs to like get with the playbook or whatnot. Stafford, on the other hand, man, like yesterday watching that game, there were some throws that he could have made, and he just either overthrew or just completely missed. Obviously, Cooper Kupp is his favorite target. And I think that works well together. That's kind of like his Tom Brady and what's his name? Why am I forgetting his name right now?
I don't know.
Tom Brady and
Bruce Arians?
Gronk,
no, not
AB,
His coach, his receiver.
Julian Edelman.
Edelman.
I was like,
Edelman.
which one of
I don't know.
the?
I was thinking Amendola.
Oh,
yeah, no,
God.
Edelman. But look, I mean, we still have yet to see. Obviously, they're looking for a speed on that side, especially with Robert Woods going out. So, but with Odell, he can run any route in the route tree, and still has this breakaway speed. And his time in Cleveland after his injury, it's not like he got banged up. It's like he's still fresh.
Oh yeah,
He's still super fresh. So we'll see what they do moving forward. But the Rams are just selling out. They're going all out this year and just trying to they're trying to buy the championship. But like it just seems like these past 2 weeks they have not looked great.
Okay, so I would tend to agree with that. I feel like they're definitely trying to buy their way to the championship with all the
So while we're
random
at it,
star
we'll just talk about
players.
the Rams.
Yeah.
So
Because they also got Von Miller.
Yeah.
Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, right?
yeah, so the Rams are an interesting team to me.
Pick up Jalen Smith.
Oh my god, they might. Why not, dude?
Yeah.
Okay, but so with the Rams, so there's a comparison for the way that they have. When I look at the way that they've built their team, there's a comparison that sticks out to me from the NBA. They kind of remind me, and it's not in like how they acquired their players or like
Is this
necessarily.
your comparison you wanted to bring up?
Yes. So they remind me a lot of like James Harden, Houston Rockets. The reason being is that from what I understand with the Houston Rockets during that time, you have Golden State that is just running everything. And so the Rockets went out and they were like, okay, we're going to build a team and we're going to make a team so that we can beat the Warriors. We are going to play in this specific style and we're going to do these specific things because then we can beat Golden State. Ultimately, it didn't work out for them, right?
27 straight missed threes.
20
Still remember that.
That was a wild game. But so to me, that's what the Rams have done. Is that no, they literally it was awful.
Holy shit.
They
that's a
missed
lot.
27 straight missed threes.
Yeah. But so to me, that's what the Rams have done. Is the Rams looked at the Chiefs and they said, we need a team that will compete with the Chiefs and they can beat the Chiefs. The problem that the Rams are going to run into is that all these other teams figured out a different way, or not a different way, but like they're doing their own thing that will and would beat the Chiefs. And it's going to beat the Rams later. So we saw in that game, they could not stop the run to save their lives. The 49ers went into that game and you knew they were going to run the ball. Like almost every play, you knew it was going to be a handoff and they were going to get yards.
Which is a division rival. I never get surprised, no matter how bad the division rival is, when a division rival beats someone within the division.
Yeah.
100%. But the Rams have shown this season that they're not that great against the run. And so when you have to go and deal with these contender teams in the NFC, all of them can run the ball. The Packers, we run the ball. The Cowboys run the ball. The Bucks, when they decide to, they can run the ball. Like when they, I do the specific caveat when they decide to, because for the most part, playoff Lenny, and then they stop doing this. Hey, let's air it out and get Tom an MVP. Like, because that's what they've been doing. So when they get back to physical football, like they will play later in the season, they'll be just fine. But the Rams are going to struggle with all of those teams because all of those teams are going to line it up and run it down their throat. And I don't think the Rams have the personnel to stop it. Not at this point.
The Rams, it just seems like I think you picked up, Aaron Donald yesterday did not get home. A lot of time. Didn't really put a lot of pressure. Credit to the Niners O-line. They really held that defensive front, which we thought was going to be, quick, fast. They really held them and was, like you said, they ran the ball basically the whole game. It was almost
probably the most disappointing team in the league.
The Rams, yeah.
The Rams right now?
No,
the Niners.
The Niners have
definitely.
been. And then they came out and they were like, oh, yeah, we were successful when we just played good defense and ran the fucking ball. So guess what we're going to do?
They were on the come up and they were on the high. Obviously, that was a big win for them. But offensively with Stafford, is he hurt or something like that? Because there was some throws that was just, they didn't look pretty. Obviously, you also have their receivers, especially Higbee, had a lot of drop balls.
And Jefferson.
And Jefferson, they had a lot of drop passes on their end, so it didn't help them out anyways. And it doesn't help when the Niners were basically in time of possession kept your offense on the sideline for most of the game.
Oh, yeah.
And your defense at some point, like I said, a defense can hold up to a point. When they can't stop you like that, I think running the ball consistently and at them, even if it's just 5 yards every play, but you're moving the chains, that really demoralizes the defense, in my opinion, more than just like being able to like score, do a 75-yard pass and do all that, because you really wear them down throughout the game. And that's just what happened yesterday. Wearing them down. And what happens is that opens up just those key third downs that you need, those 3rd and 7s or those 3rd and 5s. It opens up that one, whether he's in the slot or the tight end. The Rams, we'll see moving forward. I think they're a better team than what they've been showing these past 2 weeks.
Yes.
But it's also, like how we said, recency bias. So it's like we got to see what goes on moving forward if those pieces are going to work. I think Odell helped them, but we got to see that in effect.
I was just going to say that. I think the Odell signing is with Robert Woods going down, it's like what do you call it when like one of those things where it's like it was a luxury and now it became a necessity type of deal.
Right.
Like I said, to me the loss that stood out was more so with the Titans, because that's not a division rival. That's a team that's very unfamiliar with you, and that's a team that came out west from the east.
And without their star player, the engine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they came out with a similar game plan of like, we're going to control the ball. Mm-hmm. We're going to run it down your throat. And like the Rams so far this season have not really shown, like they've shown that if they get it into a shootout with you, or if you try and get in a shootout with them, they'll beat you. Like that's what happened in the Tampa game. Tampa came out and tried to just, run up the score with them. And the Rams were like, no, that's literally what our team is built to do.
Honestly, I think of the Rams and the Chiefs almost one and the same, because they're both one of those home run hitter type of teams offensively. The Rams can run the ball, right? And they do a lot of formations. Chiefs right now just can't run the ball for some reason or whatnot.
Well, they have to get cute to run the ball.
Yeah,
whereas, like,
exactly.
The Rams can run it. They just decide all the time not to.
Right.
Like,
and even when you saw it early on yesterday, it's like San Francisco goes up 7, and first play they're throwing
San Francisco,
Santa Monica, Santa Clara.
I've never heard you call them San Francisco.
I meant to say Niners.
Just 49ers or Niners.
Well, the Niners. I don't even know why I said San Francisco, but the Niners, they go up early, right? And the Rams right away were like, all right, let's start passing it. Then Stafford has an early turnover. Then they were able to capitalize off that. Then they come back out. They're down early, but it's still in the first half of the game. You have plenty of time. Take your time, calm it down. But same thing. Let's go at 3. 3 times they pass it, 3 and out. They go back out there, and then he turns it over again on a Higbee lost pass or whatever. He couldn't catch it. It was a pick 6. So it's like you're going for those home run things when it's like you still have time to do the little things, the fundamentals to open up your playbook.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel about him. But I think Odell really does help him.
I think they will, and I'm saying this now because the Rams go on bye week, and then coming off the bye week, we have to go play them. That's going to be a tough game for the Packers for 2 reasons. 1, they just got embarrassed, and 2, they get the bye week. So they're going to sit with their embarrassment and then come out of the bye week ready to go. So the Packers team going into that game, we're going to get probably the best version of the Rams, and that will be quite the test for us. So in 2 weeks, that'll be an exciting game. But
Real quick. When Odell was in New York, right? He was like all about that limelight, right? Like it was real flashy. But then he went to Cleveland. There ain't shit in Cleveland, and he was quiet.
Yeah.
Now he's in LA. So is that gonna maybe he's so pissed off and so focused right now? I want to say that he's focused on ball, right? But is it gonna be one of those things where it's like, yo, I'm still in LA?
No, that's
He's too proud. He's too proud. He's gonna go out and ball.
I still think he's gonna ball.
Like,
but
I don't know if he's gonna ball. I just don't know. Like, I don't think.
well, he's gonna go out
location-
and try. Like, yeah,
Right.
I would agree. I'm not gonna guarantee that he's gonna ball out, but he's definitely gonna be focused because he needs to show like, hey, I was not the problem in Cleveland. It was all Baker and all that kind of shit.
Speaking of
Oh,
Baker,
definitely.
Well, yeah, no,
Definitely Baker.
100%. People
Yeah.
with a brain know, but like he needs to go out and prove that because a lot of people within media and a lot of fans are questioning whether he's that guy still.
Let me ask you guys something real quick. I just thought of something, and I'll let you bring up the next topic. Out of these eligible quarterbacks coming out for an extension, I'm gonna bring up quarterbacks and tell me if you would extend this player to become,
your franchise guy.
You would offer him essentially the max contract.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson.
Nah.
If I'm the Ravens, why not? They gave Joe Flacco a max, so
He won a Super Bowl.
Lamar won an MVP.
I'd rather take the
Baker
Super Bowl.
Mayfield.
Hell no. Hell to the no. Like you are what you are. Wow, he's thinking about it.
I do because to me it's a matter of money. If I can get Baker super cheap, yeah, I would extend him if I'm the Browns. If I cannot do that, no, I would not re-sign him. And I don't mean like 30 million a year for Baker. No. I mean like closer to like 20 million per year for Baker Mayfield.
The
If
thing
I could
is-
get him to sign that contract, sure, I'd keep him for 3 years.
The thing is, there's a team out there that's willing to overpay for Baker.
Who?
Okay.
Well, you got the Dolphins?
I was just gonna say, what about Tua?
No.
Definitely not at this point. His confidence is so shot. Like now I'm afraid that he's just going to be Sam Darnold 2.0.
That's the other quarterback I was gonna bring up, Sam Darnold.
So I would not extend Sam Darnold. Like I would not give him starting quarterback
He
money.
still has another year, I believe.
Yeah, but he can probably get a 1 year 10 mil like Cam did for some other random team. Like I know he's got another year on the contract, but like
And
it's
Cam
so
Newton?
voidable, so it's not. They're not going to pay him.
Cam Newton, like.
Oh,
bro,
yeah,
like-
Cam Newton. He's
yeah,
back.
Yeah, I know. Just real quick, just like,
He's
you-
back.
why are you so excited? Like that?
I forgot.
To me, that's like, he's garbage. Like,
No, I know.
He's garbage.
No.
Well, but yeah, here's the other quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
I would.
I wouldn't.
Hater. I'm
No,
just
that's-
kidding.
I said the same thing about Wentz. Where's he at?
Yeah, he's with Indy, making them look like kind of a playoff team.
Okay.
Kind of. Well, speaking of quarterbacks, real quick on this one, we got to touch. The Baker Mayfield cycle seems to live on.
Continue.
If you guys do not know the Baker Mayfield circle, look that up. I will not explain it. Just look it up for your amusement. Trust me, you'll love it.
He always has a letdown after a big win.
Yes. No. It's lose, talk shit,
Prove the doubters wrong. or
prove the
something like
doubt, have a good game, and then lose again and play like shit.
Thought you weren't going to explain the cycle.
Sorry, but he brought it up. And look, Baker, you are what you are. Okay. Look, you were pissed off the week before. You went out. I wouldn't even say you balled out. You just did your job, and did what you had to do. Even when you guys won, they didn't win because of you. Now, but they did lose because of you this past weekend. Look, man, Baker at this point, I think needs to go back this offseason. Really, I don't even want to say he can be good because at this point you should have improved from your year one. You had a good rookie year where people were really talking highly of you, thinking highly of you. He's not, and he's just not lived up to those standards.
He has. No. He has.
Go ahead.
Name the last Browns quarterback to take the Browns to the playoffs.
Well, that's like saying like
No. He lived up to what he needed to be for the team.
Then why you don't on Joe Flacco getting a max, bro? He got a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Two things can be true. No, here's the thing with Baker, right? Baker is a good starting point for like the Browns, right? So he was good to bring in because he brought an attitude and an energy.
Number one.
Yes.
Over who?
No, I'm not going to stand with this argument because this is a bad argument. Because it's, he got drafted over Lamar Jackson and Josh Rosen. Josh Allen.
And Josh Rosen, too.
Right, but so here's the problem with those two is that one, Lamar went to a very specific situation which allowed him to be successful.
I'm not even bringing that up.
I know. But to your point, like they drafted Baker over Sam Darnold, who
do you like Baker?
Didn't do much. No. But like what I'm saying, like I don't like him, and I wouldn't extend him like a actual great quarterback.
Rank the AFC North quarterbacks.
Okay. So it would be.
You got to give it up to our boy.
So based on like this season and last season, because that's when one of them has only been able to play. So to me, it's Joe Burrow number 1. I have Lamar 2, Ben 3, and then Baker 4.
Okay, I'll agree with you there.
Right? But like Baker has definitely been a disappointment, and he's not the long-term answer for the Browns.
Big Ben is 4. Yeah, he's 4. Like Baker's not that bad.
No, So I would.
Sorry, Ben.
The argument I'd have.
It's a thing. Paul should have called him. Like, hey, bro, I've been.
Hey, dog. Oh my God.
Casey Hampton was like that.
I told you.
Yeah. Okay. Look. The whole Baker thing, it's just you look at the investment that was put into you. You need to produce. You need to get in return for what the investment was.
You're the thing is
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Not according to like if the Raiders have the number 1 draft pick and they have a shitty I don't know, fucking receiver, or they've had like shitty receivers for like the longest time, and then they draft a fucking receiver that's like, oh, this guy got 1,000 yards for the first time in like, I don't know, 20 years, but then he does a lot of other fuckery shit. It's like, that wasn't good enough. You gotta be all pro Hall of Fame type of shit when you're picked number 1.
Overall.
And there's a lot of players that haven't, if you think about it, that haven't.
To differing degrees would be what I would say to that. You know what I mean? Like, the thing is that Baker last season, we saw him in the playoff game against the Chiefs get exposed. You go and you play against a backup, like the starter is taken out, you're against the backup. Now is the time, seize the moment, go get it. And he couldn't. And now we're seeing this year, like, he really can't just go get it. My argument, though, is that it was still fine for the Browns to draft him and to have him as the starter because he changed the attitude for Cleveland to where Cleveland now looks at things and doesn't go, damn, we suck all the time. They look at it like, no, we shouldn't be this bad.
That's fine. You should have got a.
Right, but which of those other quarterbacks could you have drafted?
Real quick,
like, the argument maybe
but
is...
It doesn't have to be that you draft a quarterback.
No, but
you could pull a Houston Texans and draft Mario Williams.
See, the thing, I have a little bit of a different take on that, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Like also too, we also look at the Browns and look at the talent that's on that roster. It's a good roster. Like, to me, I feel like they do have a good team, and the one thing that's holding them back is Baker. I feel like you had a Jarvis Landry and an Odell. You have the number one rushing attack in
That's
the
my
football
point,
league,
blood.
like Nick Chubb. You have Kareem Hunt. You have a good defensive front. You have good corners. You have a damn good safety on the back end. Like, you have the roster around you. They not only invested in you, but invested in the team around you. It's a different story.
It's a running team,
yeah,
bro. The offense is not built around you. It is not built around you. And I get it if you're a stopgap quarterback, if you were brought in to be a game manager, but they invested a first-round pick, overall pick, in you. You should not be a game manager.
Right.
Anyways, next topic.
Go ahead.
Well, since we're talking about bad quarterback play, let's talk about the Lions game. So,
hot
takes. So, okay. So I'll just start off. The Steelers, if Ben's in that game,
They win.
they win it. Like, it's not a question. We know what Mason Rudolph is. He's not good. Like, we know it is. Like, we know what he is. All he's good is for catching helmets. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing that he's done well. Okay? Now for the Lions. This is what I really wanted to talk about. Because I've been paying attention to the Lions. I've been watching a bunch of their games. And I have one question. How absolute dog shit are the backup quarterbacks that week after week they start Jared Goff?
Who is the backup quarterback?
I don't know. I know Tim Boyle's buried on that depth chart. Like, he used to be our backup, and now he's over there for the Lions. It's some other guy, but like...
Hey Siri, who is the Lions' backup quarterback?
Linux is a family of open source Unix-like operating systems based on the Linux kernel.
Hey Siri,
Yeah.
who is the Lions' backup quarterback?
The listed quarterbacks
Chase
for the Lions
Daniel?
are Jared Goff, David Blau, Tim Boyle, and Steven Montez.
Oh, David Blau. Okay. I was watching that game, and they were, I want to say, 4 minutes into overtime, and Jared Goff had 84 yards.
Yeah, 86.
He was
something like
12 for 20. I want to say it was like 26 or some shit.
that. And it was like
For 84.
It was pretty bad conditions too.
Sure.
And everyone was falling, or like the ball was coming out.
100%.
Yeah.
But like, if you're a fucking starter in this league, you have to beat backups. Like that, it's not a question to me. You know what I mean? If you're one of the 32 guys that gets to start on the team, right? What it should be is that you list the quarterbacks 1 through 32, and then the 33rd guy onward, they're all backups. Yeah. If you cannot beat a fucking backup that we know is shit in Mason Rudolph.
Maybe Matthew Stafford is MVP. Lions are fucking 0-9 since he's left.
Yeah, but then they go 0-16.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Come on, fuck. Fucking joke.
But like,
wasn't meant for you to answer it.
Oh,
it was rhetorical.
oh my bad.
But like,
You got a point with your Stafford.
well, so hey, dog, I'm just saying, like, no, but like,
You really turned that team around.
it's crazy. You take him from a dog shit team and put him on a decent roster, but like, so my thing with the Lions is I feel like they nailed their coach. Like Dan Campbell is fantastic for that city, and he is fantastic for that organization. That defense does not have a lot of talent on it. Like, it is, the Lions are probably the least talented team in the league, in my opinion.
They have
And they
been for a
play
while, too.
well, yeah, for sure. But like,
You like that white linebacker
no, with the
hair?
fucking long ass.
Yeah.
No, I
I
don't.
thought that was you playing linebacker. I thought that was you.
No,
Like, is that
dog.
Greg playing linebacker right now? Checking Fryermuth?
Dog, I might as well be out there for that fucking defense. Like, goddamn. But like, they play hard. Like, they really fucking tried. The run game, they really fucking tried. The offensive line, like, it is so sad to watch these Lion games and just know that they can't win because Jared Goff is the quarterback. Like, you literally, like, they traded Matt Stafford and they got all those first round picks so they could tank and get the first overall pick. Like, you can't change my mind. That's the only reason Jared Goff gets to stay out there.
How long do they own the Goff contract? Like how until his contract's up?
I think he has another year after this.
Well, yeah, but I think they can cut him after this season, and the dead money's not too bad.
Yeah.
Because the
I
Rams
also don't
took a
think
lot of
he's
it.
this bad. I think he's not surrounded with. How's DeAndre Swift doing?
DeAndre Swift looks fine. No, that's the thing is they're two running. I guess they have three because they've started using that return guy more.
They've been needing an O-line though for like the longest time.
Well, they got Penei Sewell.
And he's actually he's a rookie, but he's playing really well.
Yeah.
Like
That's what I'm saying. Once they build those lines, then you can go from there. You always want to build that line first.
100%.
Yeah.
That guy, Matt Patricia left him with nothing.
He fucking ruined that team. Like
Right? Like you go.
all I'm saying is they had
Y'all
Jim
fire me
Caldwell.
or can I quit?
I mean, he essentially pulled a Bill O'Brien on his way out. I mean,
he left.
he just didn't trade all the assets
What's the
away
word
like
with
O'Brien
Deshaun
did.
Watson.
Bro, that shit's buried in legal shit. Like he's never gonna play this season.
No, but
Like it's not gonna come out till the offseason, and then we're gonna hear randomly that the shit's settled, and then nobody will care about it. You watch, it's gonna get talked about like a month and a half after the Super Bowl.
but
to
is
the
he-
day.
You don't think? Well, where's he gonna go?
I
guess that off-season talk.
Off-season talk.
we'll talk about that later because there's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah,
Like-
off-season talk. Well, shit, guys, that covered all our topics for today.
Fuck no, it did not.
Which one?
My Packers, dog.
Oh, yeah. So the Packers.
Did you even bring up your topics?
Yeah,
What?
Cowboys that
Yeah.
we just kind of brushed over.
yeah.
What
That
else?
was nice.
And then Baker.
Oh yeah.
And then his is Green Bay.
Yeah.
And then
And then I just did my Lions talk, so
yeah. So we gotta talk Packers.
yeah.
Obviously the Packers, they came out. Aaron Rodgers' first game back off of COVID protocol.
With a little rest.
COVID suspension.
That's a good way to put it.
And look, they need him. They need
Yeah.
him. We talked about it earlier that we feel like he's the league leading MVP right now. Give us our takeaways on Green Bay, and do you think it was more so good Green Bay or bad Seattle? Because it wasn't like Seattle could really get anything going, in my opinion. And it seemed to me it's one of those games where you should have killed them.
So, okay, so I see what you mean. So here's my takeaways from the game, right? Is that Aaron looked rusty. Like, especially the first half, he definitely looked rusty. Shout out to Jamal Adams. Like, you should have known better, dude. Like, you watch these players, like, make a play on Aaron and then do the belt. And, like, so I'm watching the game. I'm losing my mind with the offense because we're moving the ball and then we just randomly stall out and we can't do anything. Like, it was so frustrating to watch. The defense, they playing lights out. Like, Russell Wilson got to scramble a little
Are
bit.
they playing lights out?
They shut him out, didn't they? That's lights out. I mean, granted, it's the Seahawks and it's a bad team, but a shutout's a
playing
shutout.
lights out. They've been playing lights out.
Yeah.
You know.
So, but once
of
we
them
got
playing
into
lights
the third or fourth quarter, whenever Aaron threw his interception, I see him get pressured, throw the ball, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I see Jamal Adams come down with an interception miraculously. Like, Aaron literally just threw it to him. And so I see him come down with it. I'm like, God damn it, what's going on? And then I see him mock the belt, and I'm like, oh, no, we're going to win this shit.
Like,
Like,
Marquez back?
Bojorquez? Yeah. Our punter?
No, Marquez.
Marquez? No.
Valdez.
Yeah, I think he is, but he's very limited. Like,
So Lazard is your two.
yeah. Lazard is too. Like, I don't have too many takeaways from the Packers offense from this week because they just didn't look that good, except for when we were running the ball with not Aaron Jones, with AJ Dillon. I want to see what they are next week when Aaron actually gets to practice for the week and not just come in on a Saturday and then, hey, you get to play Sunday. So, but
I like how we just skip over that. We're gonna give them a pass. They won the game.
I'm sorry. Did they win by 3 scores or not? Oh, they did. Yeah.
They have yet to like go over that 24 though. We were talking about that.
Well, okay. That's because
I'll
we
be
don't
honest.
have an actual number 2 option, and it's fucking annoying. Like,
I'll be honest. Like I checked out on a lot of football this week.
Okay, so it wasn't just me. I paid attention to my Packers, and I watched a bit of the Lions game. But
Yeah,
a lot of the other games, I was like,
well, I watched the Thursday game because that was before the ass whooping. But
yeah. Main thing with the Packers, just to finish it up, defense is playing really good. Once we get Za'Darius and Jair back, good luck with that defense. Like, we're going to fucking run over people.
all right,
And hopefully the offense can figure it out. I have faith that they can, but like the offense needs to figure it out
they
pretty
have
quick.
yet to like put a complete game together. Would you say?
No, I would disagree with that only because of the Arizona game. To me, that was a complete game from all 3 sides of the ball. Our offense was really good, special teams was good, defense was amazing. So to me, that was a complete game. We didn't have everybody, but like regardless of that, it was still a very good, complete game from the Packers.
Right. I think if the thing is, it's like with the Packers, they're a team where it's like they need to score first. They score first, it's like, okay, they got this.
If we score first, good luck, because then we turn loose our pass rushers. Like Rashawn Gary's playing out of his mind. Luckily, he was not too injured on that play. He just hyperextended his elbow. I don't know if y'all saw that.
No.
He was reaching out for a tackle, and he just got his arm like pinned back, and his elbow just bent out. No, I was so scared for him. Yeah, like literally, but like a little bit more. So I was very worried for him. Very happy to hear that he just hyperextended it and that he can wear the brace and he'll be okay. Like, bless. Like, that was a big thing. And I hope Aaron Jones is not as injured as what he appeared to be during the game.
was there any other games?
There was one. There was one more game to talk about.
What game?
The Chiefs game, dog. I don't have too much on that game. I more want to talk about like
Here's
the
what I'm
media.
gonna say real quick. If you guys are gonna talk about it,
Hell yeah.
No, we won't talk.
from this point on, I'm not.
That's where it went.
From this point on, I'm not talking Raiders. They can talk Raiders. I'm not talking Raiders. I don't give a fuck what they do from this point on until they play the Chiefs. They can go undefeated. All that shit does not matter. You had the chance and you ain't do shit about it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Raiders, y'all didn't show up to play. And it's sad because it's also too in that game the Chiefs weren't a team, like they didn't like blow you out. Like it's not like they were blown out. Like they were, how he said, there was opportunities for them to take over that game.
It's a game you needed, John Gruden.
Yeah, and
Need that attitude.
on the Kansas City side, it's not like, oh man, Kansas City, they're back to normal. I've been hearing that all this week. Oh, they're back to their form. Like, no, they're not. They still did not play how we're used to seeing the Chiefs play.
Well, and further to that, like
What?
it's completely dishonest in my
It is.
opinion.
Like
Because
they
like
win one after they lose a couple.
Well, no.
Like, oh, they're back.
Well, no, it's not just that. It's the Chiefs came back and they were the Chiefs, and that's why they won. And it's like, that's not what happened in that game.
No.
It was a very close game. The Raiders had a really good chance. And then the Raiders, like, when we talk about games, a lot of a common topic that you'll hear is like, did this team win it or did this team lose it? The Raiders lost it on those back-to-back boneheaded turnovers. Deshaun Jackson, I have no idea what the fuck he's doing.
That's where the
he's
game-
turning around looking like, where am I?
That's where the game got flipped.
That's exactly. And that, like, I was very disappointed in hearing the talking heads and all the analysts like, oh, the Chiefs are back. Oh, the Chiefs. And it's like,
It's
no,
annoying.
they're not.
No, they're not.
The Raiders, they messed up on 2 drives and then the game was over. That's it.
They fucking played sorry.
They
No
did.
pass rush. No.
Outside of
Don't
Max,
even get me started.
Max Crosby was the only good pass rusher. Everybody else, I don't know where the fuck they are.
But
Like
the thing with that's
You
what I'm
kind of
saying.
look like Max Crosby. I ain't gonna lie.
me?
Yeah, you kind of like.
I just need the sleeve
like
or what?
you're like. Are you his cousin? Watch, I'll pull it up. Keep talking.
No, but like I said on the Chiefs side of the ball, it's like they did some good things, but it wasn't like, oh damn, like there was just no answer for them. Like you guys answered it. It was a very winnable game. It was one of those things where it's like you guys they go up on you, but you still bring it close 10-7, then it's like 14-10, and like it's within reach. And you had an opportunity to take the game over. And I'm sorry, but this is not the Chiefs of old. Okay? This is the Chiefs defense now can still be had by a big margin. Like they give up a lot of big plays, and you saw that early on from them catching up. And that's kind of where, where Ruggs is kind of missed. Ruggs is there, they probably win that game, and they're blowing them out. I mean, on the field, as far as like the speed and getting those big chunk plays that they needed. And but like Mahomes didn't play tremendous, like by his standards.
The other thing too is that like you have to look at the turnovers because that's what changed the momentum within the game, right? So if we look at the Packers Seahawks game, right? So Russell's 2 interceptions, they come later in the game when he's pressing and he's trying to make a play. Dog, if I had like another like 40 pounds, I would look like that, I think.
Shit, he does actually.
Yo,
Like same eye color, same tone of hair. Oh my God. I'm about to put you on some whey protein and fucking I want to see this shit through.
it is
need
weird
to-
how
we
much
need to
I do
change the
look
side
like
of the
him.
hair.
That is crazy, dude.
Even he was like, oh,
Wait.
yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah, no, I saw it. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's me with like 40 pounds.
Yeah, seriously. But continue on.
Okay, but so Russell, he's pressing late in the game, so he throws these 2 picks, right? That's a combination of 1, Russell forcing it, and 2, the defense making 2 great plays, right?
Right.
So you can look at those turnovers and say the Packers forced those turnovers, right? Because we've applied the game pressure because we're up now. So Russell has to press. He presses. He throws a pick. Guys make great plays, right? So that's how those turnovers happen. If you look at what happened in the Raiders game, the Chiefs did not do something to force those. The Chiefs were not like, they didn't have this great defensive player. They didn't have this.
Here's what the Chiefs did.
They just capitalized
They took what the defense gave them,
the entire game.
and that's something they haven't been doing.
No.
Will they continue to do it? I don't think
That
so.
was just they got outcoached. It's not the same game plan I was watching before these past couple years.
Years or weeks?
No, years.
The last 2 years that they played them.
When the Raiders have actually played them
You
close the
think
last couple
that's,
years?
You think because of Gruden?
I don't know what it is.
Because they usually get up to play that game. Mm-hmm. Like they can lose every game of the season, but the 2 games they play against the Chiefs, the Raiders come out to play those.
I am
games.
going to say this. I'm going to write an apology letter to Henry Ruggs if he's in jail or something, because he did so much for this team. He did so much. He did so much for this team that
it comes out.
What?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
He did so much for this team that like you don't realize it until it's gone.
Hell
and what I
yeah.
mean by
He
that is
opened up that offense a lot.
he fucking opened it up to where everything was wide open for Renfro, Waller, Brian Edwards. And the difference between him and Deshaun Jackson is he could play every snap. Deshaun Jackson can't.
Right.
When Deshaun Jackson is out there,
we know what this is.
yeah, we know where this is going. Ruggs, you have to account for him the whole time. He affected the he affected the whole offense like without even touching the ball.
Right.
Just in presence alone.
I still don't agree with fucking drafting receivers in the first round. Don't get me wrong, but
But since you had him, he was nice.
he eats, and that's what I'm saying. Like he was not, a top 10 receiver or anything like that. But it's like that.
He fit that.
Well, he wasn't a
fit
stat
that
sheet
mold.
guy. He was I do this, I fulfill this role,
It's
which
all-
makes the offense work.
It's the whole Warriors shit. If you take Draymond Green out, Draymond Green is not a fucking top 10 player. But if you take him out, all of a sudden it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. You're missing this big presence.
Yeah.
And not having that
Yeah.
hurts you more than just simply having it out there.
So speaking of which, what player is that on you guys' team? Not the obvious, the fucking quarterback, but like I'm talking about like a player to where like this player impacts your team. That
If you lost this one player outside of your quarterback, your team would be torpedoed.
and I wouldn't say team, but like that unit
Okay.
would be whether it be offense or defense, to where it's like, all right, yeah, like you realize when if this player is gone, like yeah, like it's not the same. What player would that be on the Cowboys?
Mine would be Martin. It's not the same with Martin. He covers up a lot of holes that
Zach Martin.
Zach Martin. For me, you take him out, and you saw that a little bit in the
Martin
the
is a top player though.
yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Well,
he's-
yeah, but I mean, so it has to be like a grade.
I'm
below.
not saying it has to be a lower grade player. I'm just saying.
It's hard to say because I feel, like for me it is Martin, because actually let me change that. Probably like a Tyron Smith, honestly. Because you see Tyron Smith can hold his side on his own with anybody there is. Now you see like what you saw this past week compared to the Broncos game, and I said this specifically. This past week they kept Terrence Steele on the right side, and they had Lyle Collins on the left, but with the tight end chipping. And so you take Tyron Smith out, it's like you have to not only put another player in there to cover what Tyron Smith can do by himself, but then it's still not even 50%. Well, I would say it's still like 70% of what 100% of Tyron Smith has. So to me, you take him out and you kind of do lose a lot. But him or Martin?
So for me, it's Devondre Campbell. Like, I was very
Is that the
wrong.
guy with the dreads?
Yeah, I was very wrong about that at the beginning of the season because like the team just didn't look that good.
Is
but
he a
like,
DT?
no, he's our middle linebacker.
Oh, okay.
He wears 59. Like
The Blake Martinez replacement?
because he's way better than Blake. Like it's not even to me, it's not comparable. No, so Blake was
You got mad on that one.
no. So here's the difference, right?
Blake was good.
No.
He fit the scheme.
No. Here's the difference, right? Blake Martinez was the kind of guy that would catch the running back 5 yards in like 5 yards, like after a 5 yard gain. He would wrap him up, tackle him, boom. Running back only gained 5 yards. Devondre Campbell is, hey, there's a run play. I'm gonna run, meet that guy in the hole, and tackle him. Like that's the huge difference. Is
Sideline
the pro
sideline to sideline.
sideline to sideline, and he's proactive. Blake Martinez and other middle linebackers that we've had
Reactive?
it's not even just that they're reactive, they just sit there. They like Blake Martinez used to do this shit all the time. They wait for the play to come to them, whereas like Campbell and Barnes they go after it. They say, this is where the play is going, let me attack it. And like if we didn't have his presence in the middle, I don't think the defense is nearly as good. Like I don't think it's anywhere near as good. We've had a lot of those other pieces for years, but not a middle linebacker. Now that we have a true, like, fuck them up kind of linebacker right
I
there.
like that Kevin King interception, though.
You know how excited I was to see Kevin make a good play? You know how fucking happy I was? I saw that shit and I was like, there's no way. There's no way. Huh? No, but I did, like, drop a chair standing up super fucking fast. Like, kick that shit out from under me. I'm like, Kevin King!
Invited him for like an NFL day.
Huh?
Like we gotta watch like the games like together. Well, it can't be this weekend. You know, we got a really big game.
Nah, dog, I'm pretty manic about that kind of
I might
shit.
have to watch this one by myself.
What's this game?
We play the Chiefs this week.
We have a.
Why are you worried about
I
that
know,
game?
I might have to watch it after. I'm recording it. Don't text me.
Why are you worried about it?
I'm just saying we.
He just talked all that shit about the Chiefs. He talked all that shit about the Chiefs.
No, I'm not worried about like the Chiefs. I'm worried about it's because we got something during that time frame, so I'm not gonna be able to watch it live. I gotta record it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm worried. Like, don't
No,
text me.
I won't ruin it for you.
Yeah,
but
don't text me. I turned off notifications on all that other shit. Like, please, like,
I'm gonna be telling you.
nah. You're gonna be with me. You don't even know.
he's gonna be checking
But I'm gonna check
updates,
my phone.
dog.
No. Please, like, I'm telling you right now.
Look.
Like, don't do that.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I'm recording.
Hold
Can
on.
I at least tell you, like, oh shit?
No. Don't say. I don't give a.
Hang
Don't,
on. What if
I
this
don't even
Cowboys
want you to be
40-3?
like, oh, they just sung the national anthem. I don't give a fuck.
No. Can I say this? Hey, you ever seen that movie Moneyball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know how like when he's driving, like he's driving away. Billy Bean is driving away because he's like, I don't want to know the fucking game. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I don't want to know any. Don't tell me the score.
Yeah.
And then he gets a fucking call from his wife. He's like, hey Billy, you know, I just wanted to say, I'm so proud of you. So he fucking turns on the game, and the A's are up like 11-0.
Yeah.
Like basically about to fucking win the game. So what if it's like, what if it's like, hey,
Hey, good shit.
Cowboys
dog.
are up 40-3 in the fourth.
No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anything,
What
whether
time
they
do
win
play?
or lose.
What time they play?
They play at 2:30.
Hold on.
American
Are you?
Game of the Week.
Hold on. Are you nervous about the game, or are you just excited and want to watch it?
The
No, I'm
original-
excited and I want to watch it.
Isn't
Like
that the
I like
original?
to watch all. If I got some shit to do during the Cowboys game, I record
Is
it.
that
I
the-
specifically do not answer my phone until I get home and I watch it myself.
Is that the original Dallas team? The Chiefs, right?
Huh?
That's the original Dallas team, right? The Chiefs?
Like way back in the day?
Yeah, isn't that the original Dallas team?
I believe so. Like, well, you're talking like what, 58?
I don't know, but
No, Dallas has always been Dallas.
yeah, no shit. But I'm saying
Oh,
the Chiefs used to play in Texas. Who got there first?
Wait, did they really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they used to be the. They used to be the. I don't know if it was the Texas Chiefs or Dallas Chiefs or something.
No, I think it was Texas Chiefs. Let's see.
That's wild.
Look that up. No, I want to watch the game. I don't want to hear. I don't care if like you tell me that we're winning. I want to watch it and have my natural emotion and reactions to it.
That's fair. But I will tell you one thing. We had a conversation off the air talking about like our team's defenses, right? Mm-hmm. If the Cowboys let the Chiefs score more than 13 points, I want you to admit that the Packers have a better defense than the Cowboys.
I could say that right now.
Why the fuck were you arguing with me earlier?
When I said the defense is starting to play good. This
Yes, and
last
I
game
told
was
you.
the first complete game. You were talking about a complete game, right? This past week, granted it's against the Falcons. This was their first complete game, offense, defense, and special
No,
teams.
that's no. We were talking earlier about if my team's defense was better than your team's defense. And you were saying that you thought yours was because of the stars that you had.
Dallas Texans, 1960.
That's wild.
No, you don't. No. You're getting it.
All right, but you'd admit the Packers have a better defense than Dallas right now?
Yeah, right now I've just seen more consistency out of them.
I've
yeah,
just
we
seen
have more
better
take-
defensive play.
Right now, Dallas isn't like stat wise isn't like a great defense. There's just been opportunistic. If you really think they're just a very opportunistic team. They're gonna allow a lot of yards. They're gonna do those things, but when it's a crucial third down or when they need a fourth down stop or whatever, they take that. If they need a takeaway, they go out and get it. It's opportunistic to me. It's not, oh my God, they're top 5 in rushing or whatever, because they can be ran on, they can be passed on. But it's what I've also seen, and you can look it up by the numbers. I've seen it. Like when it comes to like crucial third downs, they're one of the best in the league to holding them there. Crucial fourth downs, they're one of the best in the league holding them there. Fourth quarter, like last minute drives, they do their job. Like when the opportunity presents itself, they do what they need to do.
All right.
Minus
Let's take
week
a look
one.
at next week's games. Real quick. Marquee games. Do we think Bills and Colts is a marquee game?
Nah.
Actually,
Well, it
yeah,
could
because
be,
it's
yeah,
two
yeah.
potential playoff teams.
I got.
You
I
gonna-
got the Colts.
Like how you were like, oh shit, let me think about this.
Oh yeah. No, I got the Colts.
No, I have the Colts. Like Jonathan Taylor is tearing it up. Like now with Derrick Henry being injured, he's the best running back.
There
like
is
in
not
that.
many good games.
No,
There is no good game.
Who you guys play?
we play the Vikings.
Play the Vikings.
We play
but,
at Vikings.
A 4-5 Vikings team.
So if you guys lose to the Vikings, we'll save that talk for next.
It'll be so
This is
that'll
all
probably be a
hypothetical.
closer game
Just
because it's
Cowboys
division
and
rival
Chiefs.
and not.
Cowboys and Chiefs is the only marquee game.
I got the Cowboys.
What are some of the other games?
You want to know? So
Yeah, what's
even
the
Monday
shittiest
night game? So look, we got Ravens and Bears, Lions and Browns, Texans and Titans, Packers Vikings, Dolphins Jets, Saints Eagles, Washington Panthers, Niners Jags, Bengals Raiders, Cowboys Chiefs, Cardinals Seahawks, Steelers Chargers.
Who did the
The
They-
Bengals
that's
and Raiders game might be a good one. actually.
what was the
yeah,
game
you don't wanna
like
hear
two
about it.
behind that? Like who were the Saints playing?
Saints and
Eagles.
Saints
that
and
was-
Eagles?
didn't
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
No,
no,
that would
that was
actually
wrong.
that would be an interesting
Yeah.
game to me.
because the Eagles just came off a big win against the Broncos, which everybody was like, "Oh my God, the Broncos put out the blueprint to the Cowboys." Like that's it. So they're riding high off that. Shit.
Every team does have a blueprint to beat.
yeah, no, definitely.
Every team is solvable.
Yeah, definitely. It's not it's what puzzles are made from. All puzzles are solvable. It just depends on when you solve it.
Or if.
No, it's a matter of how hard is it to solve.
Every team is an escape room.
Anything else? Shout out to the Warriors, the only team that actually shows up.
No, anything else you want to end it off on?
Who's the MVP favorite? 11 games in, or 14 games in?
Hey,
Is it-
Draymond Green. You take Draymond Green out of that.
Shit, at this point, Henry Ruggs is MVP.
They're like, yeah. We might need to lower his ass up. Right? Well, I guess that does it for us today.
Go Pack, go. That's all I got.
Hey, I told you I wasn't worried about last week's loss. I'm glad it happened to a bad team and they got embarrassed. They came out mad.
Cowboys by how many?
This week,
Yeah.
I don't know. I take it week by week, baby. You know how I do it.
Right, so it's
We are
this
in the
week.
fucking
So
Nah,
Cowboys by
I
how
just-
many?
I only
I'm
make
going for the Cowboys.
I only make predictions after they've played. That way I know how close I am.
Bro, he predicted that shit last week against the Falcons. Now he ain't trying to predict.
No, I know he's nervous and he's worried about that game,
It's out
and I
there,
don't know
look.
why.
It is out there. He's staying quiet.
You want me to tell you a score?
I don't need a score because score is unpredictable.
Okay.
This Cowboys by how many?
By how much do you think they'll win by?
Cowboys by 13. That's like my honest 13 or more.
Oh, you're already planning on Zerline missing a kick, huh? Or missing a field goal?
Hey, he might have lost his job. Because homeboy.
Hey, don't be doing that to Greg the Leg.
4 for 4 on field goals.
What homeboy?
The dude they picked up from the CFL, they picked his ass up because
Why
Zerline
wasn't
was on
Greg playing?
COVID prototol. So they picked
COVID
him up.
suspension.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think we got a kicker. What's the word?
What kicker?
you-
Controversy?
Yeah, kicker controversy in Big D. All right, that's all I'm saying. I mean, this, he was kicking it like even if it was not middle, I'd give it plus or minus. Like,
Why do you call it
inches.
Big G?
In
Why
Dallas?
couldn't it be Detroit?
Yeah, why is Detroit
Well,
not Big
isn't
D?
isn't Dallas bigger than? Well, yeah, because Detroit's the whole. I don't know. They just call it Big D. What the fuck? I didn't make it up.
But you said it. You co-signed it by saying it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Exactly.
I co-signed it, but like I didn't make it up. Don't shoot the messenger. The fuck? Like I don't know. Call someone in Texas and
But
ask
you
them.
basically said it. It's
I
like,
did say it.
But that's like me saying like,
Yeah, so defend your opinion, dog. You don't mean that. You're just
I
going
call
against
it
the
Big
grain.
D. I just called it Big D. Okay, up
it's
in Dallas.
it's like you calling Hector skinny, and I'm like, yeah, I'm with the skinny guy, and it's like, wait, why are you calling him skinny guy? Oh, because Greg said it. It's like, no, well, why the fuck?
Why?
Are
Because
you
I'm
still,
fat?
why are you still co-signing saying Hector the skinny guy?
It's just not accurate, dog. Like that's the
Yeah,
problem.
but you call me Lil Heck, and I ain't like that little to you.
You're that shorter to me.
Yeah, but
that
he
works.
calls me Lil Heck.
That's close
I
enough.
call you Lil Heck, not Little Heck.
You call me Lil Heck.
Yeah, Lil Heck.
Yeah, Lil Heck.
Yeah, like a
Who's
rapper,
Big
dog.
Heck? If I ain't Big Heck, who's Big Heck? Who's the Lil to my Heck? I'm the Lil to the
Lil
Heck.
is not little,
I know, but who's Big Heck? Like,
but there is no Big Heck.
That's like saying Junior, naming your kid Junior after nobody.
But there is no Big Heck.
There has to be a Big Heck if there's a Lil Heck. That
No.
Lil Heck is Junior.
No. Okay, so there's a Big Wayne to Lil Wayne.
There has to be. Right? I don't know. I can't name my kid Junior and then be like.
Why
be
can't
like
you
Chris
just name
Jr..
your kid Junior?
Look,
No.
What's
I
stopping you
can't
from
name
that?
him
take
like
off your
Chris
glasses.
Jr..
Take off your glasses. That's Big Heck. That's Big Heck.
This is
Huh?
Lil Heck.
Lil Heck.
Big Heck. Lil Heck.
Yeah.
I like Lil Heck.
You curl up in a little ball.
I
I,
can see-
like Lil Heck. Oh,
Hey,
fucking
doesn't
gross.
his haircut make Hector look slimmer?
Maybe the green juice might make me look slimmer. Shit. Working out and exercising, like eating healthy, will make me look slim. I'm trying to lose weight, y'all. So
Make
sure
fun of
y'all-
him in the
y'all come
comments.
on some diet plans. I know I be on here looking a little chunky.
Best
it's
diet
all
plan.
good.
Just shame him.
You know, y'all go ahead.
Just mock him.
Yeah, fat shame me.
It
It
works.
doesn't help that I just bought a whole bag of Cheeto Puffs, flaming hot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Just don't eat
Hey,
all of
real
them at
quick.
once.
Real quick, we're speaking of that.
Oh God.
So, did you guys hear the new wings that Applebee's is going to come out with?
no.
They're hot Cheeto wings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard
They're
about
like
this.
crusted in hot Cheeto
Yeah.
wings. So they look something like this. I think that motherfuckers are going to taste good. But a lot of people are like, what the fuck? Like, why would someone eat like that?
That's a lot of white people tweeting.
Well, that's a lot of people that don't eat hot Cheetos.
Fucking head.
Well, no, like that's what it is.
Oh, yeah, hot Cheetos are amazing. The flaming hot, best creation of all time.
So look.
They all right.
So look. I think it's gonna taste good because I'm used to eating shit like this.
Trying to destroy the set over here. My
Like,
bad.
that shit is good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but this is what they look
Tastes a
like.
little better with the Takis. I ain't gonna lie. Just a little more
No,
spice.
no, no.
Nah, a little more spice, blood. A little more spice.
No.
Takis got more spice.
So here, this is what they look like. This shit looks good as fuck.
That shit does look good. With some ranch? Mm-hmm. With some ranch? That's a whole...
Not ranch, lime.
Oh, that would actually be really good.
But see... Valentina. Because I need a little bit of like sauce or some type with the chicken.
You need a white
Like, you know
creamy
how, like,
sauce
we
on
get
your
the
chicken or
honey
what?
Chipotle because it's... No, just like... Sometimes the chicken be dry.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
Fair.
I had a conversation that I wanted to talk about.
Is this parent corner?
A little bit of parent corner,
All right.
but I guess adult corner.
All right.
Okay.
This ought to be good.
We haven't had one of these in a minute.
Damn, I know. So
Hello, when Ant was around.
yeah.
Speaking of which, he left a comment.
Oh, you gonna bring it up?
Hector wanted to say something.
So he left.
That's the old guy that used to be up
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
So you remember Ant,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
You used to it, long time listener. Well, Ant, hey,
Turn host.
shout out to Ant.
Long time listener turned host.
Hey, shout out to hey, he won the sweepstakes. Shout
Well,
out
he
to
predicted
Ant.
the Braves winning the
He
World
predicted
Series.
to go to the World Series, and they ultimately won it. Shout out to Ant. Wish you were here to talk about it.
Very apparent. I'm real excited to see how the editing goes for the rest of this.
Wish you were here to talk about it. He said, "Hey, but if you ever need some tools,
Hey, I think you left your square here. That just made me forget what I was talking about. Oh my god! I think we ended off here.
It's like with that, we're
look, you
done.
were gonna say something.
I was, and I totally forgot about it.
You said it was the adult corner.
I'll bring it up next week. We're past time,
Next week, you're off the top.
and we might have a special guest to talk about them Atlanta Braves next week. Okay, for my boys, Heck, and
For my boys.
My boy's heck. Damn, that shit ruined you, dog. God damn.
for my boy Smurf and my boy Greg the Leg. I'm your boy
By
Heck.
the way, Hector showed up in a fucking football uniform with how fucking tight those pants are.
You don't like them?
Just want to say that.
It's
shit.
fucking cold out here.
Like, just want to say
They're
that.
sweats.
So you wore skinny sweats? What the
Nah,
fuck?
they're fucking comfortable inside.
They're so
They're
comfy.
so comfy. We'll see y'all next week. Thank you for joining us for another week. Another
Great
episode
leggings.
of The TSR Show.
Lil Heck.
Later, y'all.